Here, championship bracket semifinal action at the NTC tournament. The Dieterich Moving Maroons and the Cowden-Herrick Hornets. I can give you a score. Girls high school basketball at Mount Zion after one quarter. Mount Zion 11, Effingham 8. Hearts girls trying to stay undefeated in the Apollo Conference. They're down at Mount Zion 11-8 after the first quarter. Cowden-Herrick wins the tip. Dieterich gets the steal. Bushu to the hole, feeds it underneath the West John. It's knocked away out of bounds. And it'll be out of bounds to the Maroons, and that's how this one gets started.
Another little update, Altamont 7th graders did win their regional tonight, so congratulations to Altamont 7th grade.
Bushu corner three off the mark, little long, rebound knocked loose by Morgeson. He got the ball to Luke Moore, and here come the Hornets. They get it down on the corner, a three try off the rim, no good by Tyson Morgeson. Rebound taken down by a Heron for Dieterich, and here come the Maroons. Down on the left side, Traub to the baseline, out top, Hinterscher, wing, three, no good. Rebound taken down by Morgeson, and here come the Hornets. They're just basically running up down the floor here in the early going. Corner three for Cowden-Herrick, good. Ethan Schoonover rings up a three, and it's 3-0 Hornets, and somebody finally got the lid off.
It's been a three-point shooting contest.
Hinterscher gets it to Tanner Traub for Dieterich. He wants to go baseline and can't, so way cross court instead to Bushu. Boy, Bushu had a good game for Dieterich Tuesday night. They go free throw line. West John shoots and hits for two. Brandon didn't have a basket the other night. Gets a bucket there and gets Dieterich back within 3-2. We're just underway. Great crowd on hand here tonight. Glad to have you wherever you're listening or watching tonight. Cowden-Herrick forced it into Moore. He's triple teamed, so they get it back and send it the other way. Schoonover for three more. This one's no good. Hinterscher the rebound for Dieterich. Tapped out to him. He jets down the lane. Nice feed to West John. Left hands it up and in. So Brandon West John, who again had 1 point the other night, already has four here. Dieterich takes their first lead 4-3 and a foul at midcourt here. A little reach-in foul on Big Heron.
Yeah, they tried to bounce it up court to Luke Moore, and a Heron wanted to knock the pass away, but he got the body of Moore, so a Heron's first foul leads to a timeout.
Bruce Manola wants to chat. Back in 30, 6:22 to go first quarter at the NTC. It's Dieterich 4, Cowden-Herrick 3 here on 97.9 XFM.
Why choose Northside Ford? I have three great reasons. The first reason is a great product offered by Ford. The all-new C-Max, the new Escape, and the great design of the F-150 has kept us very busy. The second reason is our great service department. We can work on every make and model with 9 technicians. We can get right to the concern. The third reason is our great staff. We're very proud of everyone in our organization. From sales to service, you will not find a more professional and outstanding people. That is why you should choose Northside Ford, because we offer everything you're looking for. Great vehicles, great service, purchase, and service from great people.
97.9 XFM, WXCF, Effingham.
6:22 to go in the opening quarter. Bruce Manola saw something he didn't like or wanted to adjust, and so he calls the timeout. Or it becomes a habit. He wants to address it here. So the Hornets get it inbounds, take it across the half line. Schoonover with the ball right side. Out top to Caleb Heiserman. Back in the corner, back out to Heiserman. Now to Moore. They swing it in the corner to Schoonover. Down low. Pass inside. Shot no good by Morgeson. Rebound goes to Hinterscher for Dieterich, and here he comes again. Right side pass. Traub for three. It's too hard. Rebound Cowden-Herrick. Taken down by Luke Moore. Gets around West John and then fell down. Ooh. And West John got called for the trip. That's unfortunate. I think that was inadvertent contact there.
But it is West John's first foul and the team's second here in the first couple of minutes of this contest.
And a common foul gives the ball to the Hornets to inbound at midcourt here. 4-3 Dieterich, 5:40 to go, opening quarter. They swing at baseline, shot off the glass too hard by Morgeson. The putback's good, though, as Morgeson followed right back in there. Luke Moore, though, got the bucket. Moore's first points, and it's 5-4. Cowden-Herrick back up a point. Hinterscher off balance, caught that ball somehow, goes to the hole, puts it up and in. Dalton Hinterscher says, let's attack the basket. 6'5" Dieterich.
Boy, he just weaved his way through the defense and finally found the basket.
Boy, he and Moore could do a little back at you here tonight. This could be fun. They go underneath, knocked away by a Heron. Broke up the sure layup. It'll be Hornets ball. 10 down on the baseline.
Dieterich applying a little pressure, but that time they were able to get back to at least knock it out of bounds.
Change for Cowden-Herrick. They sit down Morgeson, and they run Seth Barnes in. He's a 6'1" senior. 6'5" Dieterich. Cowden-Herrick with the basketball inbound right underneath. Moore spun around the defender, but the layup won't go, and a Heron saves it inbounds for Dieterich. They get it to Hitterscher, and here he comes again. Driving left side of the bucket to us, right side of you, if you're watching. Baseline Bushu, shot for two, too long. Rebound Cowden-Herrick, ripped out of there by Barnes. So he does something good just into the ball game. Gets it across a half line. Moore, no look pass in the corner. Schoonover goes inside. It's loose, but regained by the Hornets. To Schoonover for three, and he buried it. Ethan Schoonover drops a three, and it's 8-6 Hornets. 4.5 to go opening quarter. West John baseline, two more. No, this one's no good. Luke Moore the rebound for Cowden-Herrick. They'll just cruise down across the half line on the dribble. Working against a double team, left side. Can't get it in, back out to Moore. They swing it left side now. Colton Burris, they force it inside. Baseline shot for two, no good by Burris, and the putback is good. And there's Luke Moore again. Luke Moore with four, and it's 10-6. Hornets up four. So each team's had a lead here in the early going. Hitterscher baseline, stops, pops, got it. Got the leaner to go there. 4 for Hitterscher and 4 for Moore, so we'll see what everybody else does. It's 10-8 Cowden-Herrick. They get it across midcourt, half the first quarter out of the way. Luke Moore with the ball, right wing. Decides to bring it out top on the dribble. And he swings it over on the other wing. Now they go down in the corner. Long three try, no good. A little long that time by Schoonover. Rebound goes to West John for Dieterich. They get the ball to Traub and now to Hitterscher. Hitterscher a little high on the dribble, kept his hand on top. Off to Bushu. Bushu down the lane. Pass inside a Heron. Working hard. Lost it. Got it back, and he got pushed a little. Luke Moore on the lock here.
Moore with the body picks up his first foul, and that'll also be Cowden-Herrick's first as a team.
Hacker and Moore are chatting down there as they get ready to administer this. Bushu gets a breather now for Dieterich, and so does a Heron. They run Travis Niemer again, and they also brought in Bonoff. Those 7 are about who they'll play for Dieterich. Hitterscher, corner three, short, rebound, grabbed by Traub somehow. Got it to Hitterscher, attacks the basket, layup won't go. Rebound finally grabbed by Schoonover for Cowden-Herrick. He clears it, and down court come the Hornets. Corner three, Burris, got it. Colton Burris. That's a rainbow baby, man. 13-8. Hornets up by 5. That's their biggest lead so far. Hitterscher out top to Bonoff, and now to Traub for Dieterich. Back out to Bonoff. Maroons down 5. They have the ball. 2:40 to go in the opening quarter. First game final was a win for St. Elmo, 49-36 over Dieterich. Niemer inside, puts it up short for Dieterich. Rebound Moore for Cowden-Herrick, and he walked trying to clear it out, and it'll come back to the Maroons. 2 turnovers on CH. Hitterscher will inbound for Dieterich on the baseline. Takes his time, goes deep with it, almost knocked loose. It goes out of bounds, but Cowden-Herrick had touched it last, so the Maroons will inbound at midcourt. 13-8 Cowden-Herrick by 5.
Familiar faces on this officiating crew, Kirk and Ron Hacker, along with Jim Fisher.
Hitterscher in the corner for Dieterich, gets it knocked away from behind, and a foul on Cowden-Herrick. That will go against
Heiserman. Caleb Heiserman picks up his first. That'll be the team's second as well. So each team with 2 fouls here in this first quarter.
At the half at Mount Zion. Mount Zion 22, Effingham 19. Effingham went in there 20-3. Mount Zion's up 3 at halftime. We'll keep you up to date on that one. Out top, Traub with it for Dieterich. Over to Bonoff. Stops free throw line. Now Hitterscher, head of the key 3 and then some. It rattles out, no good. Rebound, Cowden-Herrick. Good work by Moore, but he clears it into the hands of Bonoff. Now it's loose on the floor. We finally have a jump called. Jim Fisher says it'll stay down here on Dietrich's end.
So Moore grabbed his 5th rebound, but he turned it over with that pass, and Dieterich will have another crack at it on Cowden-Herrick's 3rd turnover.
Heiserman sits down. Cowden brings Joel Wheeler into the game. 13-8 Cowden-Herrick. Minute 56 to go, opening quarter. Bonoff of the ball for the Maroons. Out top, Traub. He runs down the lane, puts the runner up, and got the roll. Tanner Traub's first bucket. Maroons are back within 3. It's 13-10. Hornets on the offense. Getting it down quickly. Wheeler out top on the wing, rather. Schoonover for 3 more. No good this time. Niemer, the rebound for Dieterich. Off to Hinterscher. Down court to Traub. Lines it up for three. It's too long. Rebound. Nobody. Finally, it's tapped out to Traub. He thought about it too. Instead goes inside to Niemerg, and he lost it off his hands. They say Cowden knocked it away. It'll stay with Dieterich. And here come a Herron and Bushu back in for Dieterich, and down go Niemerg and Traub. 13-10 Cowden-Herrick. Dieterich with the ball here with 1:22 to go in the opening quarter. Bonoff for three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound 8, Joel Wheeler for Cowden-Herrick. Throws it down court and out of bounds. Burris had a shot at it, but the CH cheerleaders ended up with it. And the Hornets turn it over for the fourth time here in the quarter.
Yeah, that's been their biggest problem this quarter is the 4 turnovers. Dietrich's yet to turn it over.
1:10 to go opening quarter. Hinterscher, a corner three, no good. Rebound more for Cowden-Herrick, and a foul as Westjohn got a little close there as he tried to clear it out.
So Westjohn's tagged with his second foul of the first half now. That's just the team's third, but Westjohn has 2 of them.
Tomorrow night at 6:15 at South Central in St. Anthony. Then it's Alabama, Stewart's, and Strasburg. Should have some fun tomorrow night. Be on the air just after 6 again on KJ or 97.9 XFM. We're going to have some on KJ. I'll tell you about in a minute, though. Hornets work it out on the point, and they get it on the side finally to Burris. Now puts it on the floor, into the lane, puts the runner up. No good. Back of the rim, tapped up by Schoonover, and Dieterich gets the rebound. Bushu clears it out of trouble. Out to Hinterscher. Dalton for three. Got it. Barely rippled the net. He was way out top. And we're tied at 13.
We've seen some deep threes attempted in this one, that's for sure.
Now, Cowden-Herrick lost the handle. They finally corral it down in the corner, and Moore says, I'll just go to the basket, and he laid it up and in. Luke Moore was 6, and the Hornets are back up 15-13. 10 seconds to go first quarter. Bonoff to Hinterscher. 7 seconds. Down the lane, the runner up and good. I tell you what, you can't stop him. 9 for Hinterscher, but there's a baseball pass down to Burris and a block by Hinterscher at the buzzer, but they call a foul, and it'll be 2 at the line for Burris here before the first quarter officially comes to an end.
I'll give Cowden credit. They didn't give up on the quarter. They went ahead and finished it out and got the opportunity at the free throw line.
Give credit to Dalton Hinterscher for getting back there on defense. He fouled, but he knocked the shot away, and now Burris missed the first foul shot. 1 to come here, and he could put Cowden-Herrick back up a point here at the end of this first quarter, and the foul shot's up, and it's no good. He missed them both. We're tied after a quarter here at the NTC tournament. After 1, Dieterich 15, Cowden-Herrick 15. Back with the second quarter in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Just what the doctor ordered.
At Brown's Drugstore in downtown Effingham, personal service is just what the doctor ordered. They're always there to help you in a personal way that you just won't find in your mailbox. Their experienced pharmacists are there for you every day to dispense and explain drugs that your doctor prescribes for you and to help you avoid dangerous drug interactions. So never trust your medications to a mailbox. But you can always trust Brown's Drugstore in downtown Effingham.
Just what the doctor ordered.
According to Webster's Dictionary, tradition means a set of customs transmitted from one generation to another generation. At Patent Printing and Graphics, they believe in tradition and can proudly say they are truly thankful to their customers for the past 30 years. Phone Patent Printing at 347-0220 for all of your printing and marketing needs. Patent Printing wants to wish all of the area athletes the best of success and to keep those winning traditions going strong.
Well, Matt mentioned a minute ago that Alabama won their 7th grade regional. Dieterich won their 7th grade regional. Beats Two Straws 32-31.
Wow.
That's a doozy. So St. Anthony had already won their regional last night. T-Town's playing for a regional championship tonight. So you could have a whole lot of local winners. Nothing new, of course, in that, but it's always nice to enjoy it. Meanwhile, here at the ranch, Seth Barnes hits a baseline jumper for Cowden-Herrick, and they get a lead back here, 17-15 to start the second quarter. Bushu to Bonoff. To Hinterscher is Dieterich on offense here. Hinterscher double team. Hands the ball to a Heron who says, get this thing out of here. Out to Bushu, now to Bonoff. On the side to Niemerg. Oh, they got the Twin Towers in there. Playing a Heron and Niemerg to start this second quarter. Bonoff out top. Drives on a defender, goes baseline, pulls it up for 2, and it's way too long and taken out of the air by Seth Barnes for Cowden-Herrick. He leaves it with Caleb Heiserman, who's back to start the second quarter. Long three by Luke Moore from over on the Altamont logo. Luke Moore with 9. No doubt about whether that was a 3. And it's 20-15. CH is back up 5. Corner. Bonoff for 3. Short. Rebound on the floor. And there's Bonoff who got it. Puts it up for 2. Too long. And this rebound goes to Tyson Morgeson for Cowden-Herrick. 20-15. Cowden-Herrick. Minute and a half into the second quarter. Moore in the lane. Over on the side. Schoonover for 3 more. And he hits. Even Schoonover with 9. There's an 8-point lead for Cowden-Herrick, 23-15. Bushu for Dieterich. Pass stolen. Grabbed in the way by Heiserman. Down low. Shot by Schoonover, no good. And he got whacked going up. He says he's okay, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 here.
That foul on Austin Bushu, his first, but he was definitely preventing the layup, and it was a hard foul, but nothing malicious. But you're going to get that kind of action in the semifinals of the NTC.
Schoonover has 9 already. Foul shot's good. He's in double figures for Cowden-Herrick. Moore has 9, but Schoonover has 10. Boy, they've been a lethal combination here. That's a 9-point lead for Cowden-Herrick. Bushu down for Dieterich. And into the fray again is, let's see here, Traub back. This foul shot's good. Schoonover with 11 now. 25-15. There's a 10-point lead for Cowden-Herrick on the number 1 seed. Hinterscher baseline for Dieterich. Drives inside. No shot, no pass either as Moore steals it. Grabbed now by Morgeson. They get it underneath the Schoonover. Back out top. A 3-try. Barnes, front of the rim, no good. But there's Heiserman for the rebound. To Moore for 3 more. Gets around and no good. And the rebound to Herron for Dieterich. Here come the Maroons.
Well, we've had a lot of threes put up already in this ball game.
Hinterscher for 3. Got it. Dalton Hinterscher with a dozen. That gets Dieterich back within 7 at 25-18. Seth Barnes across the half line for Cowden-Herrick. Schoonover out top. Heiserman left side to Moore. Back out to Heiserman. They go down the lane. It's grabbed. Powering up. Shot good. Tyson Morgeson going to work inside. Gets his first 2 points. Cowden-Herrick back up 9 at 27-18. Traub loads it up for 3 for Dieterich. It's good. Tanner Traub has 5, and it's 27-21. That 10-point lead's down to 6. And here come the Hornets. They get it in the lane. Heiserman lost the handle, but picks it back up. Corner, Schoonover, 3 more, good again. Ethan Schoonover with 14. Back to a 9-point lead for Cowden-Herrick.
That's the 23rd 3 already taken in this game.
That's a whole bunch.
Oh.
Hinterscher out top, swings it to Traub for 3 more. This one's no good. Rebound to Herron, puts it back up and in. The big boy, big sophomore, got the putback. He has his first points. 30-23. More for Cowden-Herrick. Out trouble. Somehow he got out of that. Out to Schoonover. Pass stolen. Bonoff stepped in front of it. He's going to the hole. Right-hand layup rolled off the front of the rim. No good. A Herron powers up, puts it up and in, and got fouled, and he'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Good job by a Herron of staying with it. He's already grabbed his 5th rebound now in the ball game. And picking up that personal is Caleb Heiserman. Heiserman has his 2nd foul now, and Cowden-Herrick with 3 as a team.
And back to a 5-point game, and a Herron with that interesting foul shooting style just keeps on making them.
Yeah.
He has 5, and it's a 4-point game all of a sudden now, 30-26. Cowden-Herrick sat down Wheeler, and they bring back into the fray Burris. They get it down court safely. Schoonover underneath. Moore, layup, no go, gets his own putback, though. Moore's in double figures with 11, back to a 6-point Hornet lead, 32-26. Traub open for 3 more. This one's no good. Rebound taken down by Barnes for Cowden-Herrick. Gets it down court to Morgeson. Stolen. Grabbed away by Traub for Dieterich, but he's got a 1-on-3. He's going in anyway. Puts it up, no good, but drew the foul. Traub will go to the line here to shoot a pair.
Ethan Schoonover called for the block. That's his first and the team's 4th. But again, a couple of free throws on the way for Traub. And we have had 25 3-pointers attempted already, and we're barely halfway through the second quarter.
Tanner Traub was 5 points for Dieterich at the line here. Foul shot short. So he'll get 1 more. Here's a change for Cowden-Herrick. They sit down Tyson Morgeson. A.J. Miller's going to give him a bit of a breather here. He's a 6'2 senior, can take up some size here for the Hornets, so Miller checks in. Meanwhile, back at the foul line, Traub's foul shot, good. So a miss and a make. Tanner has 6 and timeout. 3:52 to go, second quarter. We're back in 30 here at the National Trail Tournament. Dieterich wants time. It's Cowden-Herrick 32, Dieterich 27 on 97.9 XFM.
If your house is getting too crowded, or maybe you are on the verge of being empty nesters and you are looking for something smaller, either way, this is the right time to check out your options and see what's on the local market. Hi, this is Chris Cabas at Crossroads Bank. Contact any one of our local realtors to find the house that's a perfect fit and then come see us. Together we can help your home buying experience be more rewarding, and soon you will be enjoying your new home. Crossroads Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
3:52 to go in the second quarter, championship semifinal. It's Cowden-Herrick 32, Dieterich 27, and boy, this has been fun as both teams are playing very well here in this first half. Schoonover for three more. It's short this time, but Miller hustles after the rebound, can't save it. It'll be out of bounds to Dieterich. Dietrich's led by 1. Cowden-Herrick's been up by 10. Right now the Hornets lead by 5, and Dieterich with the basketball. And they walk it across the half line. Bonoff gets the ball to Traub. Picks up the dribble, needing help, and Hitterscher to the rescue. Now to a Heron, turns and shoots for 2. It's around and no good. Rebound Miller for Cowden-Herrick. He clears it out to Moore, and here come the Hornets. Moore going to the hole now, kicks it in the corner. Burris for 3, it's too long. Rebound grab by the Hornets, put up no good by Barnes, and then a foul underneath. As finally Dieterich got position and a foul on the Hornets.
A.J. Miller picks up the foul, his first and the team's 5th. Giving a lot of credit to Niemerk for being strong in there and being able to get to that board.
Jim Fisher says, Bruce, y'all get a little closer to that coach's box. He kind of ends up out on the court once in a while. Bonoff for 3, got it. Bonoff really excited about it, too. He just kind of says, all right. He made the 3, and all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game again, 32-30. So here come the Maroons. Moore for 2. It rims out, no good. And Niemerg the rebound for Dieterich. They can tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Down court to Bonoff for 3. Got it. And here come the Maroons. 6 for Bonoff, and it's 33-32 Dieterich.
Who is ever hot from beyond the arc at any particular time, all of a sudden goes on a roll.
Timeout, Cowden-Herrick. Back in a minute, 2:28 to go before halftime. This has been a fun one. It's Dieterich 33, Cowden-Herrick 32 here at the NTC on 97.9 XFM.
Okay, it's the new year. Let's start something together. The idea comes from the Russ Broniker Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Center. It's called the Walk Around. Ready? You put your left foot in, no, wait a minute. That's the hokey pokey. The Walk Around is when you start your car, leave it in park, turn on the headlamps and flashers, and walk around the vehicle, checking lights, exhaust, and if you hear any thumping or ticking noises, bring it to Bronikers, Southtown, Effingham.
Tax season is here, and you might be looking for deductions to ease your tax burden. Consider an IRA from Country Financial. Whether you're starting a new IRA or want to keep retirement money from a former employer sheltered from taxes, we'll make the process simple and help you every step of the way. So while your short-term goal might be cutting your tax bill, the long-term benefit is that you'll be invested in a more financially secure future. No matter where you're starting from, Tammy Douthit in Effingham can help you discover the many benefits of an IRA with Country.
Cowden-Herrick has time back in. That means Schoonover's time to shoot a 3. It came up short, though, and Niemerg the rebound for Dieterich. Hitterscher going to the hole, got it stripped, but a foul. Cowden-Herrick got a piece of Dalton there.
Looks like Schoonover on that personal, so now he has a couple of them. That's the 6th on Cowden-Herrick as a team.
Foul before the shot. It'll be out of bounds to Dieterich on the baseline. Here's Heiserman back for Schoonover for Cowden-Herrick. Yeah, Schoonover really needs a breather. He's been putting up 3s on a regular basis here.
His arm's probably tired.
A Heron to Bonoff for Dieterich. Out top, Tanner Traub thought about a 3. Drives in the lane, lays it up and in. That's a good decision. Traub with 8 all of a sudden, and it's a 3-point Dieterich lead. That's their biggest of the game, 35-32. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Moore, baseline, shot for 2 is short by Seth Barnes. Rebound Dieterich. Here comes Hitterscher down the lane, puts it up and off. Rebounds loose. Who has it? Finally, Cowden-Herrick does. Grabbed by Heiserman. He gets fouled by Traub.
So Tanner Traub has his first foul, and that's also Dietrich's 6th now. So we're keeping this ball game close in a lot of ways.
D-Town won their 7th grade regional, beat Assumption Central A&M 43-23. So Dieterich won a regional, St. Anthony won a regional, Alabama won a regional, and D-Town won a regional. I tell you, we are blessed with great basketball in this area, and that's where it starts, gang. That's where it starts at the junior high level. Cowden-Herrick gets it stolen. Bonoff to the hole, lays it up and in. Alex Bonoff has 8 men. He and Traub have 16 between them. What a key to Dieterich's success here. 3 turnovers on Cowden-Herrick this quarter. Moore with the ball goes inside, and it's kicked. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hornets. And Bruce Manola says, it's okay. Just turn her back a notch, boys. We're all right here. Only down 5. Minute 15 to go, second quarter. 37-32 Dieterich. Barnes gets it inbounded in backcourt to Heiserman, who appreciated the break, it looked like. And it's out front. It's stolen. Lazy pass. Bonoff steals it for Dieterich, puts it up too hard, but Traub there for the rebound for the Maroons. Looking for help. Corner to Bonoff. Inside of Heron. Leans, shoots. Around good. Devin Heron was 7. Boy, Dieterich's not missing much. Maroons are up 7. Man, they were down 10 in this quarter. They're up 7 now, 39-32. Miller baseline for the Hornets. Clears it back out top to Heiserman. Now to Moore on the side. Barnes with the ball. Pass out front. Stolen again by Bonoff. He pulls up for 2. Banked it, no good. Rebound. Barnes grabs it out of there for Cowden-Herrick. 30 seconds to go before halftime. 5 turnovers. And Cowden-Herrick on offense here with 22 seconds left. Moore down the lane. Got it stripped. Taken away by Bonoff. He's going to the hole against Heiserman. Puts it up off. No good. Hendershire grabbed the rim, but he, not while the ball was up there. Then he grabbed the ball, puts it up and in, drew the foul, and he'll try to make it a 3-point play.
I think Hendershire might have been trying to dunk that one off the miss, but he got it pinned up there with the rim, but he eventually came down with it. As he muscled back up, the foul was whistled, and Hendershire will try to convert the 3-point play. They signaled 33 at the scorer's table, but it's 32 with the foul because Schoonover's on the bench, and he said, there ain't no way I fouled. So it is Seth Barnes first, and the team 7.
Hendershire's foul shot good. Dalton with 15. And Dieterich's up 10. They were down 10 when this quarter started. They're up 10 now, 42-32. Dieterich's put in 27 points in this second quarter. 8 seconds. See what the Hornets can do. Schoonover in the corner to Miller. Miller in trouble. Trying to get open. Puts it up for 3 at the buzzer. No good. What a second quarter. Dieterich was down 10. Now they're up 10. At the half here at the National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont. At the break, it's Dieterich 42, Cowden-Herrick 32. Halftime show brought your way by the Compass Advisory Group. Back with more in a minute here on 97.9 XFM.
Keeping athletes in shape and in the game is just one of the goals of Sarah Bush Lincoln Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Their certified athletic trainers and physical therapy staff work together with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians to provide expertise on the sidelines and in the weight rooms to prevent, minimize, and eliminate injuries. At Sarah Bush Lincoln, they're working to keep kids in the game.
Craig Culver on Culver's fresh, never frozen, 100% Midwest raised beef.
Since day one, we've used fresh beef produced right here in the U.S.
Oh, who knew?
It's what gives all of our butter burgers their legendary taste.
But Craig, wouldn't frozen be easier?
Frozen beef loses moisture and flavor. Fresh beef is more flavorful.
So to all you true burger lovers out there,
come on in for the Culver's Deluxe. It's a butter burger at its best. Welcome to Delicious.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance and investment needs, Compass Advisory Group is guiding you in the right direction. Call 347-9697.
Well, how would you like to score 17? Whole bunches of scores. Ken is going to have them all for you after the game. I think I mentioned everything I wanted to mention. Dieterich gets the ball to start the third quarter. If I don't, I'll certainly let you know somewhere along the way. Dieterich with the ball on a 10-point lead to start this third quarter. Devin Heron has it in the lane, lost it, got it back, shot it, no good, out of bounds. It'll go to Cowden-Herrick. There's a whole lot of angst in there, but nothing happened.
I tell you what, one thing I need to mention about this officiating crew, two of these three guys ref the state championship game last year as
Jim Fisher and Kirk Hacker.
And I think Ron Hacker's been up there officiating at state in his history as well.
They got a real good look at Breeze Central win that state championship last year. Shot for three. Caleb Heiserman says, I haven't scored yet. He hits a three for Cowden-Herrick, and it's a 7-point game, 42-35.
He hadn't even taken a three yet in the game.
That was some quarter. That second quarter, Cowden-Herrick got up by 10. Then they found themselves down 10 at the end of the quarter. Runner down the lane by Traub is no good. More the rebound. He clears it to Colton Burris, who lays it up and in, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game. 42-38. Boy, has this been a game of runs. Traub for Dieterich stops in the lane out to Hendershire. Dalton down the lane, puts the runner up front of the rim. No good. Luke Moore the rebound for Cowden. Down to Burris. Layup good. Colton Burris with 7. And it's 42-39. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-point game. Hendershire with the ball for Dieterich in the lane. Lost a handle on it. Got it knocked away. Gets it back to Traub, to Hendershire. Traub tries for 3. It's no good. Rebound grabbed by Schoonover. And the Hornets can tie it up with a 3 here. Wow.
Of course they could. Why not?
Yeah, so much for a 10-point lead. Cowden-Herrick decides to call time. Timeout Hornets. 6:22 to go. Third quarter back in 30 here at the NTC. It's Dieterich 42, Cowden-Herrick 39 on 97.9 XFM.
When a coach understands the player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with State Farm agent Tom Henderson. He knows your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's. But like a great coach, he helps you create a strategy to meet your individual needs. See State Farm agent Tom Henderson at 122 East Section in Effingham.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
6:20 to go in the third quarter. Bruce Manola stopped the wagons and called timeout. So let's see what the Hornets respond with here as they get the ball out top. Schoonover with the ball to Heiserman, and the Hornets set it up again. They can tie it with a 3 and a travel. Heiserman picked up the foot, which you should never do before you make the pass.
Well, he was going to try to get it, I think, to Luke Moore along the baseline, but he saw him covered up at the last second, and his momentum just pulled that foot off the ground.
Bushu for Dieterich to Traub down in the corner to Hendershire, goes baseline, and he stepped out of bounds. And it'll go back to Cowden-Herrick.
Got to give a lot of credit to Luke Moore right there. He went down and sealed the baseline. If Hendershire would have hit him, it probably would have been a charge. He tried to scoot around him, but didn't have enough room.
They get the ball to Heiserman to Moore. Shot for 2, no good. Back of the rim. Tanner Traub, rebound for Dieterich. Clears it to Hendershire. Dalton down court to Bushu. Shot for 2, rolls off, no good. Rebound Moore for Cowden-Herrick. And a foul on Dieterich as they cleared out. I think a Heron got that one.
Yep, Devin picks up his second foul. That's the first on either team this half.
Dieterich by 3. They were up 10. Of course, they were down 10.
Yeah.
It's been that kind of game. Heiserman, Moore, Schoonover for 3 more. Hits again. Ethan Schoonover has 17, and we're tied again. 42-42. That's a little 10-point lead. We can take care of that. Traub out top for Dieterich. To Bushu, down in the corner to Hendershire. Looking and looking. He gets it out top some out of Traub. Tanner on the dribble. Leaves it with Bushu down the lane. In the corner. Hendershire for 3. Short. Rebound to Heron for the Maroons. One dribble to the hole. Puts it up and in. That kid playing some good ball tonight. Sophomore with 9. Dieterich back up to 44-42.
He's definitely come up big for them in this second quarter and now into the third.
Heiserman, Schoonover, inside. Post-up move. Morganson got bumped. Shot no good. West John rebound for Dieterich. On the side to Bushu. Now to Traub. Out to Hendershire. Thought about a 3. Now drives in and got tripped somewhere along the way. I think this Heiserman got him.
Heiserman and Burris in the vicinity, and it is indeed Caleb Heiserman. And that's a big call because Caleb now has 3 in the ball game. Yeah, we're about halfway through this third quarter, though.
Bushu with the ball. Dieterich running at half court here. They have the ball in a 2-point lead. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Traub in the corner to Hendershire. Dalton brings it out top. Swings it way across court to Bushu. Goes baseline to West John. Shot for 2. No good. Rebound taken by Cowden-Herrick. Grabbed out of there by Morgeson. They can tie with a 2. Moore for 3. No good. Out of bounds. It'll go to Dieterich. Westjohn will inbound here. Big Brandon got a couple of buckets really early in the ball game, and he hasn't scored since.
He sat for a while with 2 fouls that he picked up early as well.
1-2-2, I think. Cowden-Herrick dropped back in there. Now it's a 3-2. Somebody ran this the other night, a 3-2. They get it inside. Heron. Out top, Hinterscher. 3 from way out top, and he hit it. Dalton Hinterscher with 18. Back to a 5-point Dieterich lead, 47-42. Man, he was out top. They get the ball to Schoonover, to Heiserman. He puts it on the floor. 3:45 to go, third quarter. Dieterich by 5. Cowden-Herrick with the ball. To Schoonover, over on the side. Burris, they tried to get it underneath to Morgeson. Good job by Heron, swatting it away out of bounds.
Dieterich plays this 2-1-2 zone, but they really spread it out on the court and use those long arms of a Heron inside to kind of swat away any opportunities inside.
Morgeson inbound to Moore, and he sticks it up and in. Good inbound play. Luke Moore with 13, and it's a 3-point game again, 47-44.
That was a veteran quick spin there to get to the ball and then strong enough to get it off the glass.
Traub out top for Dieterich. Down in the corner to Westjohn, back out to Traub. To Bushu out front. On the side to Hinterscher, got knocked away out of bounds, and it will stay with the Maroons. Again, the first game final tonight, St. Elmo eliminated Neoga 49-36 as they played magnificent defense on Jake Baker tonight. And Dieterich threw it in and clear cross court and out of bounds, but they say the Hornets did get a hand on it, so it'll save the Maroons to inbound now to about midcourt.
Yeah, Burris definitely just got a fingertip on it.
A couple of fans need by, so they had to stop the action, including my cousin, so she gets dibs. She gets through there, and now they can inbound the ball.
Do you think she used your name to get through?
She got so much clout around here, she don't need me. Hinterscher for 3, got it. Woo. He just takes, how far do you want me to go out, boys? 21 for Hinterscher. Dieterich back up 6, 50-44. My, this has been fun.
They're going to have to find a way to keep track of him, even though he's so far out.
Moore in the realm of a teammate, and it ended up out of bounds. A short pass, and nobody got a handle on it.
I think Heiserman and Burris each thought the pass was for the other, and they let it go by for Cowden-Herrick's second turnover of the quarter.
Westjohn sits down for Dieterich, and Jeff Stacer tries to explain what he wanted to tell him, and I'll bet he'll be back out there quickly. Yeah. Bushu in the corner, needs help, tried to force it in, and it's knocked away out of bounds by Cowden. It'll stay, though, with Dieterich.
Good job at that time by Cowden by taking away the passing lanes. Almost got a steal out of it, but at least knocked it out of bounds.
Travis Niemerg came back in, by the way, when Westjohn sat down. Dieterich with the ball in a 6-point lead. Bushu to the hole. Short. Layup wouldn't go. Rebound grab by Schoonover for Cowden-Herrick. Down court to Morgeson. To Burris. He holds. Out top. Heiserman drives to the baseline. Leaves it with Burris. Shot for 3. No good. Rebound. Hinterscher let it. He finally got it. Niemerg, or Heron was there too. They got a call for a walk. Hinterscher to the hole. Leaves it up and in. Ooh-wee. Somebody should have stepped in front of him, but I don't know who. Hinterscher with 23. Maroons are up 8. They were up 10 for about 2 trips. That's all the lead lasts in this game.
Hinterscher with 8 of the 10 points for Dieterich this quarter.
52-44 Dieterich. Real close to a walk there by Cowden-Herrick, but Hornets maintain possession. Moore with the ball, drives, hooks it to nobody, and it's stolen away by Dalton Hinterscher. Somebody was supposed to be there on the baseline, I guess, and it's a turnover. Cowden-Herrick's just their 3rd of the quarter for all this blowing up and down the floor. That's a good number. Hinterscher for 3 more. This one, no good. Rebound grab by Niemerg. Goes up, put it up too hard. Rebound Schoonover for Cowden-Herrick. Leaves it with Heiserman, and here come the Hornets with 1:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Heiserman double team. We got whacked at least once, but maybe he was given as good as he got. Burris out top. Now to Moore. In the lane, can't shoot. Out front, Heiserman for 3, no good, and a foul on the rebound. Somebody shoving on somebody, and I think it was a Heron shoving on Moore.
Heron picks up his 3rd foul after that 3-point attempt, which, by the way, according to me, ties the record for most 3-pointers attempted in a ball game combined between the teams.
Bushu sits down. Bonoff's back for Dieterich. Westjohn's back like we said he would. And Heron gets a breather here with a minute to go in the third quarter. Well, I just wonder why it took so long to tie the record.
Yeah.
That's amazing. 41 threes already, and we still have a quarter and a minute to go. Pass inside, knocked away, off Cowden-Herrick. Hornets turn it over. They tried to get it to Morganson, and it got knocked away, and then he ended up kicking it out of bounds.
Cowden-Herrick got back in this ball game by maintaining control of the ball, but the last few trips, they've committed turnovers. They've got 4 now in the quarter to Dieterich's 1.
Dieterich with the ball and an 8-point lead, and under a minute to go in the third quarter. Dieterich's put another 10 up in this quarter to 12 for Cowden-Herrick. Here's a 3 for Traub. Good again. Tanner Traub had that 3 to win the game the other night. He has 11 points already tonight, and Dieterich's up for their biggest lead of the night, 55-44. Now a 3 for Schoonover. Schoonover with 20, and it's 55-47. Holy moly, this is something. Bonoff for Dieterich. We've still got a quarter to go. Hinterscher out top to Bonoff, 13 seconds. Dieterich with the ball and an 8-point lead. Traub out to Bonoff, and now to Hinterscher with 5. They lob inside. Westjohn for 2. Short. Rebound loose. Nobody has it. And that ends the third quarter. 8-point Dieterich lead as we go to the fourth quarter of this one. Somebody's going to the championship game. One quarter will decide it after 3 at the NTC. It's Dieterich 55, Cowden-Herrick 47 on 97.9 XFM.
Stevens Industries recognizes the fact that in life, it takes a team effort to work towards goals and achieve them. That's why the Teutopolis-based company roots on area basketball teams in their efforts to work towards goals and produce a winning team. Stevens Industries does just that, produces a winning team with job opportunities for area athletes who are the future of the company and area sports fans. Check out all their opportunities at StevensInd.com.
Today's farming equipment comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors, and it's important to have the right equipment for the job. At Farm Credit Services, we understand the decisions you have to make when purchasing farm equipment. That's why we offer farm equipment loans with competitive rates that can be tailored to your operation. Whether you're looking to purchase a new piece of equipment or to refinance your dealer roll-off program, Farm Credit Services has the loan to meet your needs. Why not choose Farm Credit Services for your next machinery purchase? And let us show you the meaning of we understand.
High school girls basketball after 3, Apollo Conference style at Mount Zion. It's Mount Zion 36, Effingham 32. Arts girls undefeated in the conference, 20-3 on the season, but they're down 4 going to the fourth quarter. We'll have a final on that one before too much longer. Here it's the fourth quarter at the NTC. And as we head to the fourth quarter, Dieterich in front of Cowden-Herrick 55-47. Heiserman swings it inside to Burris. Now it's loose. Now Burris gets it back. Got it knocked loose again. And his outlet pass is stolen by Traub for Dieterich. He takes it into the lane. They cover him up. Hinterscher for 3 more. Good again. It's Dalton Hinterscher with 26, and we're just into the fourth quarter. And there's an 11-point lead for Dieterich again. Man, 58-47. Schoonover and Moore for Cowden-Herrick, and Hinterscher and Traub for Dieterich. They're putting it up from everywhere on the court. And here's a foul now. Cowden-Herrick takes it inside. Luke Moore got fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Travis Niemerg picks up his first foul. That's the team's third. Real quick, Dieterich 5 of 15 from the field in the third quarter, but 3 of 6 from long range. Cowden-Herrick 6 of 11 from the field, also 3 of 6 from long range. Dieterich just 1 turnover that quarter. They only have 3 turnovers in the ball game.
That's outstanding.
Compared to Cowden-Herrick with 4 in that quarter and 14 in the game. Dieterich with 5 boards, Cowden-Herrick with 6.
Moore missed the first one, made the second one. He has 14. That's a 10-point Dieterich lead, 58-48. Inside, nice pass to Niemerg. 1 step and a layup. Travis Niemerg's first basket. There's a 12-point advantage for the Maroons. That's their biggest of the night. Moore inside, layup won't go for Morganson. Rebound taken down by Niemerg for Dieterich. And all of a sudden, the Maroons with the ball in a 12-point lead. Hinterscher down in the corner to Traub inside. Niemerg posts up, puts it up, got it to go. Now they're attacking with the big boys inside. Niemerg with 4, and it's a 14-point lead, 62-48, and Cowden wants time. 6:28 to go in this one. Dieterich all of a sudden up by 14 points here at the NTC tournament. It's Dieterich 62, Cowden-Herrick 48. Back in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Marquee Spas get used a lot, and they like it that way. Stop by Wet Pools and Spas and see the 2013 lineup of Marquee Spas. They have new colors and styles to choose from. Just close your eyes and imagine yourself in warm, bubbling water. Can't you just feel the stress melt away? Make your daydreams a reality. Hurry to Wet Pools and Spas on East Riggleman Avenue in Effingham today. Wet Pools and Spas can help you keep your spa sparkling clean because they are an authorized BioGuard dealer.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job?
How come my financial planner doesn't know anything about insurance?
Country Financial does. At Country Financial, we use our wide variety of tools, from auto and life insurance to retirement and education funding, to create a tangible plan that helps you achieve your idea of financial security. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Contact Scott Mosier or Wayne Donsbach at 101 South Maple in Effingham or call 347-0571.
All righty, 6:28 to go. Cowden-Herrick down to one timeout left. They're down 14 here to Dieterich, 62-48. Luke Moore off the inbound, shoots for two, no good. Rebound, Brandon Westjohn for Dieterich. Off the Hittersher, Dalton gets it across the half line. He's sitting on 26 now. Bonoff with it. Back out to Hittersher. Thing is, for Dieterich tonight, they've had a lot of help for Hittersher. Ball knocked away. Good work by Luke Moore for Cowden-Herrick, but he's passed down court. Stolen back by Bonoff for Dieterich. He gets it across the half line. Spin move, stops, pops for two. Too hard. Rebound out of bounds. And they say that Morgeson came over the top and knocked it away for Cowden-Herrick. So it'll be Dieterich ball inbound on their baseline.
We broke the record for most made three-pointers combined as well now.
That's a remarkable number. Kurt Becker's probably home doing all kinds of math. Hittersher, three more. This one's too long. Taken down by Luke Moore for Cowden-Herrick. Luke will bring it down court. Moore across the half line, into the lane, through two. Nice it up, no good. Niemer the rebound for Dieterich. Off to Hittersher. Luke Moore just 14 points. He's only scored 4 here in the second half for the Hornets. Meanwhile, Dietrich's up 14. Bonoff on the dribble. Left side to Hittersher. Dalton puts it on the floor, going to the hole, lays it up and in. Hittersher with 28. Dieterich by 16, 64-48. 3 for Burris, good for Cowden-Herrick. Bolton Burris has 10. That gets them back within 13 at 64-51, and still 5 minutes to go. The leads usually in this game have lasted about 6 trips. Hittersher down the lane for 2, no good. But there's Bushu for a rebound to Bonoff for 3, no good. But Niemer the rebound, and he got his pocket picked. Burris steals it for Cowden-Herrick. Going to the hole, puts it up, off, no good. The follow is good. I think Luke Moore will get credit for the putback. Heiserman was there too. Moore gets it. He has 60. Now it's an 11-point game, and now it's Dieterich that wants time. Timeout Maroons, 4:34 to go. As Cowden-Herrick's back within 11. Back in 30 at the NTC. It's Dieterich 64, Cowden-Herrick 53 on 97.9 XFM.
Mobile banking. It's a good habit to start at Washington Savings Bank. Enjoy the convenience of viewing account balances, paying bills, and transferring funds right from your phone. With Go Mobile Banking, you can do almost everything with your phone as you can using online banking. Enjoy the benefits of banking on the go with Go Mobile Banking. Now that's a good habit to start. Washington Savings Bank at 200 South Banker Street or 1300 North Keller Drive in Effingham. Member FDIC.
4:34 left in this one. Dieterich 64, Cowden-Herrick 53. Winner plays for the tournament championship Saturday night at 7:30. Loser plays for third place Saturday at 2:30. We'll have them all for you, all 4 of them on Saturday. 2 more tomorrow night, starting at 6:15. It'll be South Central and St. Anthony, and then Altamont and Sioux Straws. Hittersher baseline, can't shoot. Out to Westjohn. He corrals it and gets it out to Bushu. They get it on the wing now to Hittersher. Dieterich doesn't have to be in a hurry. Hittersher down the lane, gets it underneath. The Niemer, his shot is stripped, taken away by Moore for Cowden-Herrick. And then he got fouled as Hittersher backed into him. And the block. And that'll give it out of bounds to the Maroons. Or, excuse me, the Hornets.
Hittersher's second foul and the team's fourth. Bruce Manola is trying to get his Cowden-Herrick Hornets to foul on the defensive end because they've only committed 1 team foul this half.
And they throw it out of bounds. Luke Moore fired it over the head of Joel Wheeler and out of bounds, and the Hornets commit their 3rd turnover this quarter. That's not what they can afford right now, down 11. Bonoff across the half line for Dieterich. Off to Hendersher, and he gets fouled. Seth Barnes gave him a hug, and that's a foul.
And Cowden's just trying to build up their personals because they're trailing, and they're going to have to send Dieterich to the line.
Bruce Manola knows his stuff. You know, he can't catch up if he doesn't have the ball, and Dieterich will be in no hurry to give it up here. Traub steps back in for Dieterich, and he'll inbound the ball. And he gets into Hendersher, and a foul, a little touch foul there. Burke Hacker knows they're trying to foul him, so he's calling him so nobody gets hurt.
And that's perfectly fine. Everybody understands. But that is Seth Barnes' third foul and the team's third this half.
Jeff Schaefer's crew does it again. They come from behind, they trail the whole game, and they come back to win. Tell you more in a minute. West John baseline jumper, good for Dieterich. Brandon was 6. The lead's back to 13 for the Maroons, 66-53. Burris with the ball for the Hornets for 3. Got it. He wasn't going to shoot. And then he said, well, I'm open. And he buried it. Burris with 13, and it's a 10-point game, 66-56. So it was a 16-point lead. Now it's 10. Hendersher down the lane. Shot no good. He got whacked. I think Moore was the whacker here.
Luke Moore picks up his second personal, and Cowden-Herrick wants to foul, but they need to foul before any sort of shot gets away. This way, Hendersher will be at the line, and I'm guessing on the season he's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Foul shot off the mark. You talked about it.
I did.
Hearts were down after 1. They were down at halftime. They were down after 3 quarters. And Effingham's Lady Hearts come back and win over Mount Zion at Mount Zion, 49-44. Hendersher missed them both, and more of the rebound for Cowden-Herrick.
That was my fault.
Effingham goes to 21-3 on the season. Burris 3 more, and he hits it in for Cowden-Herrick. Colton Burris has 16, and it's a 7-point game, 66-59. 3 minutes to go. Oh, boy, Bonoff had a path down the basket. He gave it off to West John, and he missed the layup, and more of the rebound for Cowden-Herrick. Not sure why Bonoff didn't finish that. They get it to Schoonover, back out to Moore, shot for 2. No for 3, they say. No good. Thought he was inside the arc. Traub gets the rebound for Dieterich, and then a foul on Joel Wheeler for Cowden-Herrick.
So Wheeler gets his first, but this is just the team's 5th. So we're still a couple of fouls away from free throws here, and Dieterich will have to bring it the length of the court.
So the Lady Hearts were ahead at the end. That's when it counts. They're 21-3 and still undefeated in the Apollo. Big road win. And a foul in backcourt on the Hornets with 2:37 to go. Again, Cowden-Herrick was down 16. They're back within 7 here with 2:37 to go, and that's plenty of time.
And now, if and when Cowden-Herrick fouls, it will be free throws for Dieterich.
Now they may be a little more particular. Bonoff gets it up court, and a reach-in foul from behind. Wheeler got him. And that'll send Bonoff to the line here on a 1-and-1 with 2:33 left. Bushu will check back in now for Dieterich. And he steps in to give Niemerg a breather. And a change for Cowden-Herrick. Heiserman's back, the ball handler. And he sits Seth Barnes down. 66-59. Dieterich leading Cowden-Herrick by 7 here at the NTC. Bonoff's foul shot good. Alex Bonoff with 9. What a lift he's been tonight.
8 of his points came in that second quarter. Now he's got another one in the 4th.
Back to an 8-point Dieterich lead. Foul shot up and good. Bonoff has 10. 68-59. Dieterich by 9. That's only 3 possessions, Cowden-Herrick's thinking. Down the lane, Heiserman, layup won't go. Rebound taken by Hendersher for Dieterich. He's in backcourt. He beats feet across the half line, got tripped, and there's a foul with 2:18 to go.
Caleb Heiserman gets that personal, his 4th, and it'll be a 1-and-1 this time for Hendersher.
Dalton has 28 tonight. Meanwhile, Moore and Burris have 16 apiece, and Schoonover with 20 for Cowden-Herrick. 10 for Bonoff for Dieterich, and 9 for Heron. 6 for West John, and 11 for Tanner Traub. I tell you what, everybody's scored for both squads. In fact, Hendersher makes the first foul shot. He has 29. Second one, good. 30 now for Hendersher. And it's an 11-point lead for Dieterich again, 70-59, and 2:15 to go. Heiserman across the half line. On the side, shot for 3, no good by Wheeler for Cowden-Herrick. Dieterich the rebound, Hendersher to the hole when he got fouled. That's an intentional foul as they reached around, and you can't do that. Not the most malicious I've seen, but that's an intentional foul nonetheless.
So that'll mean Hendershire will have 2 free throws, and Dieterich will get the ball ahead by 11 with 2:05 to play.
70-59 Dieterich. Hendershire trying to extend the lead. The foul shot good. 31 for Dalton. And it's 71-59. He gets one more, and then as Matt said, Maroons get the ball out of bounds. The foul shot right in the heart. 32 for Hendershire. The lead back to 13 for Dieterich. They're going to make a change on the Cowden-Herrick end of things. They sit down Burris, and they bring into the fray, number 15. And Dieterich will get the ball inbounds. Hendershire goes deep with it to Traub. And now to Bonoff, and on the side to Hendershire. Hendershire looking and looking, and he got fouled. As Wheeler finally got too much of him with exactly 2 minutes left.
So Wheeler picks up his 4th, and again, Hendershire will return to the charity stripe. Number 15's last name is Black, I can tell you that much.
Well, that'll work. That's enough for me. Foul shot, Hendershire good. Dalton with 33. He continues to pour him in, and the lead's back to 14. They've been up by as many as 16 in this one. Second one, good again. 34 for Hendershire. Lead back to 15 for the Maroons. Cowden-Herrick takes their last time out with 2 minutes to go here at the NTC. Dieterich 74, Cowden-Herrick 59. Back in a minute on 97.9 XFM.
Making you right at home.
Experience the most highly recommended bed in America at Wright's Furniture in Dieterich. For a limited time, save up to $400 on the Tempur-Ergo collection and 50% off Tempur-Pedic foundations. Visit Wright's Furniture today to take advantage of this Tempur-Pedic savings event. See store for details.
Making you right at home.
Selecting the right life insurance policy can be an enormous task. This is Chris Tingley at Tingley Insurance. Make certain that you and your loved ones are properly protected. Talk to Tingley Insurance Agency today about a simplified whole life insurance policy. A plan with guaranteed rates for life, guaranteed cash value, and affordable rates that's also easy to apply for. Life insurance just got uncomplicated. Call Tingley Insurance at 342-3637 about life insurance from Pekin Insurance Company, a name you know and trust.
97.9 XFM, WXCF, Effingham.
2 minutes left in this one at the NTC tournament. Dieterich 74, Cowden-Herrick 59. They try to heave it into the corner, and too much of a heave, it's out of bounds, and the Hornets turn it over.
Definitely too hot to handle on that pass. That's their 4th this quarter.
Boy, Dieterich's put up 19 more here in the 4th quarter. They lead at 74-59. They have been a scoring machine tonight. Cowden-Herrick kept up most of the game, but Dieterich finally pulled away here in the 4th quarter. Bonoff was going to try and make a pass to somebody, and nobody was there, and so he ran back over and passed it to himself, essentially. And now to Hendershire. They're putting the wagons in a circle. Hendershire to the hole. Layup won't go. Westjohn gets it, puts it back up and in. Brandon Westjohn with 8. 76-59, and there's a 17-point lead. And that's a new biggest lead of the night for Dieterich. Cowden-Herrick in the lane. Heiserman for 2 hits. Caleb Heiserman has 5, and it's 76-61. We're down to a minute 13 to go. Bonoff for Dieterich. Got it, knocked loose, gets it back. Finally, Hendershire in backcourt ends up with it. He got fouled.
And it's going against Heiserman, and that's his 5th. So Heiserman will check out of this ball game.
Caleb Heiserman leaves with a minute 6 to go. He leaves with 5 points tonight. And an awful lot of good ball handling to set these other kids up. But he checks out with 5. And they also sit down Schoonover and into the fray Carson Lorton for the Hornets. And they also brought in, I'll get it here in a minute when he turns around. Hendershire's foul shot good. 35 for Dalton Hendershire. And it's 77-61. Second foul shot good. 36 for Hendershire, and he'll sit down now. What a night for Mr. Dalton Hendershire. 36 for the Maroons tonight. Now, I'll tell you who's out there here as I have time. Joel Wheeler handling the ball for Cowden-Herrick. A.J. Miller's back for them, for the Maroons. Excuse me, for the Hornets. Carson Lorton's out there. He's a sophomore. They tried to go in the corner to Dylan Barnes, another sophomore, and threw it out of bounds. The Hornets' 5th turnover. And let's see, 15 is Black, you said. So he's out there now for the Hornets. And Dylan Barnes, I think I mentioned. I still haven't mentioned somebody, and I hate that when I can't do that. I'll get you here in a minute. And we've got a foul in the meantime in backcourt.
Foul is on Black. That's his first. And a couple of free throws on the way for Mr. Campton.
And his name is Kyle Black.
Okay.
Thank you, Charlie. Foul shot now here for Dieterich, put up no good by Clayton Hampton, who's in the ball game. His dad, I think, brought me a seventh grade score a while ago. Clayton's second foul shot. He takes his time, puts it up, and no good. A little wide on both of them. Rebound goes to A.J. Miller for Cowden-Herrick. He gets it to Wheeler, who gets it across the half line and gets it down court somehow on the pass to Dylan Barnes, and now it's out of bounds again. They went cross court and threw it away. And it'll go back to Dieterich with 30 seconds left on the 6th Hornet turnover this quarter. Ball got loose. Bushy wants to inbound it, and he does. Swings it across court to Campton. And now they get the ball finally to Alex Bonoff for Dieterich. He's in the lane. Needing some help, and back out to Bushu. There's another kid out there that I haven't mentioned yet for Dieterich, and there's Josh Campbell, a 5'10 junior. I haven't mentioned old Josh yet. Niemerg stayed out there, and Bonoff and Bushu and Niemerg. So that's who's out there for Dieterich. Down to 7 seconds to go. Campbell pulls it out. It's knocked loose, but Bushu's there to grab it, and that's the show. Well, it was a wild and woolly affair. Dieterich prevails 78-61 over the Cowden-Herrick Hornets. It'll be Dieterich, the top seed, in the championship game Saturday night. Final score again, Dieterich 78, Cowden-Herrick 61. Post-game show on the way in a minute, courtesy of Farm Credit Services of Illinois, here on 97.9 XFM.